Today, I want to talk to you about something that each of us needs, especially in tough times. Two simple but powerful ideas. Stay strong, stay positive. Life doesn't always go as planned. There will be moments of failure, pain, rejection, and setbacks. But it is during those moments that our real strength is tested, not by how much we can avoid pain, but by how we respond to it. Staying strong doesn't mean never feeling weak. It means pushing forward even when you feel like giving up. It means believing in yourself when no one else does, and choosing hope over fear, courage over doubt. Staying positive doesn't mean ignoring the negative. It means facing it with a mindset that says, I can handle this, I will grow from this, and better days are ahead. It means seeing light even when you're surrounded by darkness. The combination of strength and positivity is powerful. It gives you resilience. It keeps you moving. It inspires others around you. So when life gets hard, and it will, remember this. Stay strong, stay positive. You are capable of more than you know. Strength is in persistence, not perfection. Too often we think strength means never falling, never crying, never struggling. But real strength isn't about being invincible. It's about getting back up every time life knocks you down. It's about continuing to move forward, even if all you can manage is one small step at a time. Perfection is a myth. It sets unrealistic standards that can leave us feeling like failures when we inevitably make mistakes. But persistence? That's something powerful. That's what builds character. When you are persistent, you allow yourself to try again. You give yourself grace to learn from your missteps. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating progress in imperfect conditions. Strong people aren't the ones who never break. They're the ones who refuse to stay broken. They find a way to keep going even when the journey is uncertain and the road ahead seems long. Persistence means choosing effort over excuses, growth over comfort, and courage over fear. It's waking up every day and deciding that no matter how many times you've failed, you still believe in your ability to overcome. And that decision, made day after day, is the quiet, steady strength that will carry you through anything. Positivity is a choice, not a feeling. Many people think being positive means always feeling happy, cheerful, or optimistic. But that's not true. Positivity is not a constant emotional state. It's a conscious decision you make, especially in the face of challenges. You don't have to feel great to think positively. In fact, some of the most powerful moments of positivity happen when things are far from perfect. Positivity is about perspective. It's about how you interpret what's happening around you and how you choose to respond. When something goes wrong, you can either let it pull you down, or you can decide to look for the opportunity, the lesson, or the silver lining. That decision is where positivity lives. It's in the moments you choose patience over frustration, gratitude over complaints, and solutions over blame. It doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending everything is okay when it's not. It means acknowledging your struggles, but refusing to let them control your mindset. Positivity is about training your mind to focus on what you can control, to believe that things can improve, and to act in a way that reflects hope, not despair. Making the choice to stay positive doesn't mean you're naive. It means you're strong enough to stay focused on the bigger picture. You're wise enough to know that your thoughts shape your reality, and by choosing a positive mindset, you set yourself up for a better outcome, even in the most difficult circumstances. You grow through what you go through. Every experience in life, especially the hard ones, has the potential to shape you, strengthen you, and teach you something valuable. Growth doesn't come only from success, comfort, or praise. It often comes from discomfort, mistakes, and challenges that force you to stretch beyond what you thought you were capable of. Struggles reveal your strength, and adversity uncovers parts of you that ease and convenience never will. When you face difficulties, you are given a choice: to let the situation break you down or to let it build you up. The people who grow the most are not the ones who avoid pain, but the ones who confront it with open eyes and an open heart. They ask, what can I learn from this, instead of why me? They turn wounds into wisdom and obstacles into stepping stones. It's through tough times that your resilience is tested and your character is formed. Every setback has the potential to teach you patience. Every failure can teach you humility. Every disappointment can show you what truly matters. And over time, those lessons become part of your foundation, helping you to stand taller, think clearer, and move forward with greater strength and clarity. Growth is not always immediate. Sometimes we only understand its value in hindsight. But trust this. When you go through difficult seasons, you are not the same person who walked in. You come out wiser, more compassionate, more aware of your capabilities. You realize that even in your hardest moments, you are still growing, quietly, steadily, and often more deeply than you ever knew. You grow through what you go through. Growth is not always visible in the moment. It often happens in silence, beneath the surface, during the most difficult and uncomfortable periods of our lives. The truth is, we don't grow when everything is easy. We grow when we are stretched, challenged, and pushed beyond our comfort zones. Pain, failure, loss, and struggle may feel like setbacks, but they are often the very soil in which our strength is rooted. Every hardship carries a lesson, and every challenge reveals something new about who you are. When you go through a difficult experience, you're not just surviving it, you're changing through it. You develop resilience, patience, and the ability to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. You begin to understand that strength doesn't always come from winning, it comes from rising after falling, trying again after failing, and choosing hope even when everything around you feels uncertain. Life's hardest moments force you to look within. They teach you to find stability in yourself rather than relying on outside circumstances. You discover your emotional endurance, your problem-solving ability, and your capacity to hold on when things seem to be falling apart. In these moments, you begin to realize that pain isn't always something to escape. It's often something to learn from. As you go through life's storms, you begin to see that the person who enters the storm is never the same one who comes out. You emerge with deeper insight, sharper focus, and a stronger sense of who you are. You learn to appreciate small victories, to value inner peace, and to trust your journey, even when it doesn't make sense right away. Surround yourself with supportive people. The people you choose to keep around you play a major role in your mindset, your motivation, and your overall mental and emotional well-being. When you surround yourself with people who uplift, encourage, and support you, you create a powerful network of strength that can help carry you through life's toughest moments. Human beings are not meant to face challenges alone. We thrive in connection, in relationships that bring out the best in us. Supportive people don't just offer comfort during hard times, they also challenge you to grow. They remind you of your worth when you forget it yourself. They listen without judgment, speak truth with kindness, and hold space for your struggles without trying to fix everything. They don't compete with you, they cheer you on. They celebrate your successes and stand by you through your failures, helping you keep your perspective when it's most fragile. Having a strong support system is like having emotional armor. It doesn't make you immune to hardship, but it gives you a greater capacity to handle it. Encouragement, compassion, and love from others can make all the difference between giving up and pushing forward. Even one positive voice in your corner can quiet the noise of self-doubt. And it's not just about receiving support. It's also about giving it. When you support others, you strengthen the bonds that sustain you. You build relationships rooted in trust, authenticity, and mutual respect. That kind of community becomes a source of power and positivity, reminding you that you're not alone, and that together you can overcome more than you ever could alone. And that's why I say, we can do this. We can do this. Self-talk matters. Talk to yourself like someone you love. The way you speak to yourself, especially during difficult times, shapes your entire outlook on life. Your inner dialogue becomes your constant companion, guiding your confidence, influencing your decisions, and determining how you handle stress and setbacks. Often, we are far kinder, more understanding, and more encouraging to others than we are to ourselves. But imagine what would change if you started treating yourself with the same level of care, patience, and compassion that you offer to those you love. Negative self-talk can become a silent enemy. It can chip away at your self-esteem, reinforce your fears, and magnify your mistakes. Phrases like, "I'm not good enough," "I always mess things up," or "I'll never get through this," don't just reflect how you feel in the moment. They reinforce a mindset that keeps you stuck. Over time, those thoughts can become beliefs, and those beliefs can limit what you allow yourself to try, achieve, or hope for. That's why it's so important to be intentional with your self-talk. Practice speaking to yourself with encouragement instead of criticism, with support instead of judgment. Say things like, "I'm doing the best I can. I've overcome hard things before and I can do it again." Or, "I may not have it all figured out yet, but I'm learning and growing." These words matter. They shift your internal world and give you strength from within. Being kind to yourself isn't about avoiding accountability or ignoring reality. It's about creating an inner environment that helps you move forward. It's choosing to believe that your flaws don't define you and that every effort you make, even the small ones, is worth recognizing. When you talk to yourself like someone you love, you begin to build resilience, not just in how you act, but in how you think, how you heal, and how you see yourself through every challenge.